Hello and welcome to Blended Agendas. Today's topic is open wounds, recovery from psychological and emotional abuse. Emotional and psychological abuse is an attempt to have control of another person using shaming, belittling the victim with verbal assaults, constant criticizing their appearance and behavior, creating a hostile environment, and isolating them from friends and family members that are supportive. Emotional abuse is painful, and unlike physical abuse, it has no location. One cannot see the scars. Russian psychologist Ivan Pavlov, learning theory of classical conditioning, explains how a specific stimulus causes a specific response. It explains many behaviors such as PTSD, drug addiction, and abuse. It is a learned helplessness explaining how people feel as though they have no control over their situation. It is a basic form of associative learning that does not have a control response and has a non-voluntary behavior. Your character consists of your evolved behavior response patterns that are both consciously and unconsciously consistent with adapting to your interpersonal and outer environmental forces. The proverb, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me, is not a reality. Words can cut deeply and wound the soul into adulthood. Hurtful words can haunt you. It can rob you of becoming the person you were meant to be, rob you of having healthy and positive relationships, lowers your self-esteem to the point you deem yourself unworthy, and you turn to drugs and alcohol to temporarily deaden the pain that you feel. Emotional abuse as a child can be difficult to identify and prevent. There are many variables such as cultural differences, family dynamics, and mental illnesses that are factors in the onset of abuse. If a child is from a household where parents are struggling from substance abuse and mental illness, the emotional needs of the child are not prioritized. Emotional abuse is often overlooked, but is equally damaging, if not more than physical abuse. It impacts different stages of your life. If the abuse has ended, the side effects are still there. You may suffer from anxiety, depression, become overly sensitive, insecure, resentful, have trouble maintaining employment, sabotaging your relationships because you feel unworthy. It can also ruin your physical health. This type of abuse can be generational. It is often passed from one generation to the next. To make a change, there must be awareness of what needs to be changed. Stop repeating the cycle of abuse. Stop repressing your feelings because your inner child contains the pain. Stop being a slave to your past. Healing is possible with management. You must be willing to face your darkness and bring the best of you to the light. You must be willing to let go. Regain your sense of identity and build up your confidence. Stop acting in accordance to how you were perceived by your abuser. Be willing to forgive, not for them, but for yourself. Free yourself from bitterness and anger. Forgiving will release that part of your past that makes you an emotional cripple. If you or anyone you know who needs emotional support and or assistance, call the 24-hour crisis hotline at 1-800-273-8255. Thank you for listening to Blended Agendas. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Seems like it's easy for you to leave go.